Hello. Good evening, Facebook. It's 7 o'clock and it's time for my Rose Challenge. Welcome to the 10-day Rose Challenge hosted by living color artist, the wonderful Summer Carter, Nola Creative. You need to check this lady out. She's fantastic. So today is my day. It's the 10-day Rose Challenge. We are on day 2. Yesterday, you would have seen the lovely Yasmin Hart who did Rose Tribal. And today is my turn, and I am going to do roses and teardrops. Now, if you know my work, you know that I like gorgeous, dainty little teardrops, excuse me, that complement the look and flow and just create this gorgeous image. So we're going to work on some of that today. I hope all of the people that contact me all the time and say, Nye, you need to teach me how to do roses. I hope you guys are watching. I hope you've got your one strokes ready and your line work paint, because we are about to go in. How do you feel? I hope you guys are great. I'm going to start, I think. But before I do that, let me just mention that I hope you guys are following the challenge. Like I said, it's the 10-day challenge. There are prizes that are available. So there are prizes being handed to us by the wonderful Amanda Careford of Blingtastics. I hope you guys know her and join her group. That's an international prize. So thank you to Bling Mania, Amanda Careford. You can see that beautiful prize there. She has those gorgeous handmade mirrors and really, really special bling. If you don't know this lady, please check her out. And we also have a USA prize, and we need to thank the amazing Andrea Mohe of Creative Glitter Sticks. Can you see all that gorgeousness? I think there's some really great prizes there. So, you know, it's within your interest to join and paint, because you can win for prizes, but also for practice. I think one stroke roses is something that we all struggle with. It took me a while to get my technique down, and I do it in my special own way. And I know we all have different ways of doing it. But one thing that anybody who's teaching roses will tell you, that practice makes perfect. If you missed day 1, you will not qualify for a prize, unfortunately, but still practice with us and keep going and post your beautiful designs. You can paint along with me, or once you know the theme of the day, which is announced in the morning, you can post your prize, your picture, your design, and make sure to tag hashtag living color artist and hashtag the 10 Rose Day Challenge. So hopefully people have started from day 1 and you guys are in the running for the prize. But if not, please do post your designs on Facebook and Instagram, and make sure you tag us so that we can see your beautiful work. You can find NyGlorious at NyGlorious Face Arts, which is on Instagram and Facebook. You guys know me. I'm always going live. You would have seen my festival season over the last couple of days going crazy, and me dancing and enjoying myself while I'm out glittering and painting the world. So welcome. We are 3 minutes in, so I think that we should start. Are you ready? I've got a gorgeous one stroke cake, which is taken from my fusion palette, which is Leanne's Pretty Rainbow palette. I bought these the other day and I have not stopped using them. They're absolutely gorgeous. Hello from AB Canada. Thank you for sharing your designs with us. Hello, Charlie. Charlie. So I'm going to use this one. Actually, I don't know if it's got a name, but I really like this color. And if you've ever listened to me talk about rose designs before, you know that I like split cakes. I'm not. I like to pick the split cakes that go from dark to light gradient. So I'm not kind of fixated on any particular color or any particular split, just as long as it goes from a dark to white gradient. So this is the one I'm going to use today. And also for teardrops, there's a number of different brushes that you can use, depending on the size of teardrops that you like. So I like dainty, small teardrops. So I'm going to go for a round, which is a size 1. And this one I'm going to use is from the brand new King Art range. And for people that know, King Art is the new name for the Low Cornell yellow ones that we like to use. That one that is now out of commission. They're not making these anymore. So this is a really, really great alternative. So I'm going to use a number 1, and I think I'll also use a number 2 round. So I'm going to go for that one as well. Nice and small. But if you want to go bigger on your teardrops, you can use bigger brushes, like a size 3 or a size 4. Okay, I think I'm going to get going. I've also got some gorgeous white paint. I love DFX. That's my favorite to go to. And some black paint. My black paint is also DFX. DFX is my go-to for line work. All right, let's go. We're going to start. So, I think I kind of wore a low top because I want to take the design down into my chest. So we call this area a décolletage. I hope you guys are sharing this video. So if you are watching on Facebook right now, please press the share button, the like button, make sure you comment and just let the world know that we're here. And first of all, wait a minute. Can I get a hello for my twist out? Hey, come on, it worked today. Anyway, let's get going. I'm really impressed with my twist out. Hello, sis. Hello, Michelle, all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. Hey, my darling, how are you? Okay, so we're going to start. I'm going to just load my brush. I've got here a 3/4 inch flat brush from the face painting shop. Some people like to use angle brushes, but I like this one. It's up to you whichever one you want to use, but whichever one makes you comfortable. I think that the brushes that are angled help you with positioning the brush and kind of getting. Hello from Wisconsin, USA, Barbara. But I like to use a flat brush because I can maneuver it. I'll let you guys see what I'm doing and then you can tell me what you think. So I've loaded my brush. As you can see from here, I'm going to show you the load. You'll see that the paint is coming down really nearly to the ferrule, which is this silver area. You want to load your brush effectively because that is going to help you to create the roses. You do not want a dry brush. You do not want the paint to drag. You want it nice and slippery, not too wet, but you want it to have enough paint on it so that you can maneuver around. Now, let's start right here. So I'm going to put a rose here in the middle, and I am going to look down. So bear with me a second. If you guys can see, I should have a mirror in front of me. But always make sure that the white is on the outside of your design because that's what creates the edging. So we're just going to go here. I wonder if I can do it. Yes, I can. Okay, you guys can see that. That's my first petal. I tend to do 5 large petals when doing a rose. Can you see? Bring the camera a little bit lower. There we go. Yes, there we are. White on the outside, or the lightest color on the outside. And I'm just bringing it around. Oh, I should have had a mirror. I'm going to get one in a second. I forgot to do the. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to close it up with one more. Oh, this is difficult. There we are. Not perfect, but don't worry, because I will fix it. Okay, so if you're painting along with me, hopefully you've got here now 5 petals that make the base of the rose. Some people like to start in the middle and do a bud and go out, but my way of doing it is to start on the outside and then build inwards. Always making sure the dark color is on the inside. That's a pretty split. I really like it. Leanne's Rainbow. You know her palettes are bright and vibrant. So since I've started using it, it's been my absolute fave. And if you've been watching me over the last few days at my events, you will see that I've used this quite often. I'm just going to create another petal on that side and another petal on this side. I'm pretty sure I'm pulling really weird faces, but you guys have to bear with me. Can you see that? The reason why I've done these 2 on the outside is kind of want to create a little bit of like a tulipy type of shape outside of the rose just to bring it all together. So I'm going to do that. What you want to make sure is if you need to reload your brush, you do that. Make sure that the colors are not muddy, right? You want to make sure that you're swiping up and down in an easy motion and just allow the paint to glide on the split. If you realize that your paint is starting to muddy up, what you're going to have to do is to wash your brush and start again. Don't be scared to do that. So what I want to do is to close this one here. I'm just going to start here and bring it round to the front and close it. All right. And then this one, bring it around to the front and close it. Here we go. It's kind of cute already. It's coming together. So at this point, we want to go in and do a second layer. So the way that I do my roses is create the first layer, then create a second layer of 5 petals, shifting almost the position of where you place it so that it creates that 3D effect. And then we can go into the inside, do a small little bud, and then do the outside kind of petals, which I'm going to go down on a brush, and I'll show you that when I'm doing it. So here we go. You see, I've overlapped it. Now I can see there that my paint is a little bit muddy and I want it to be really, really sharp. So what I'm going to do is wash my brush. I'm going to reload my cake, and then I'm going to do a little trick, which a lot of our lovely face painters like to do, which is to edge your brush in a little bit of white paint, and that's going to give you a really crisp edge. So as you can see, they've just edged my brush. Can you see that there? Edged my brush in a little bit of white paint. Just like that, very simply. You don't want too much, just a little bit. Now watch what happens. You see that? You see? There. And that's just going to allow the edges of the rose to really pop, especially if you're using a cake that doesn't have white on the outside. Just edge it with a little bit of white. Great tip. We'll try your method. Perfect. You're very welcome. So I'm just going to edge it a little bit more because I like it. I'm going to go here. Wow, I love that. Beautiful. Can you see that, guys? So I've done 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do one more or so at the top. I'm pulling faces, I'm sure. I hope I'm not pulling ugly faces. Don't screenshot, guys, because I'll be looking like, okay, let's do this. Okay. All right. Now, I've got 2 little kind of tulipy type petal buds here. And then I've done 5 petals on the outside and 5 petals on the inside. So you can see the basis of my rose starting to come together. The beautiful thing about one stroke is you can go over it. So even if you make a little slight mistake, don't stress about it. Just go over it. As long as your paint is wet, it will come up the way you want it to. How pretty is that? Real nice. I like it. Okay, now I'm going to put this one down. I've said this before. If you've ever watched any of my lives, you must go down on your size of brush when it is time to do the inner petals. Do not use a big brush when you're doing the inner petals. You will not get that small bud in the middle that creates a really perfect rose. It will look too big, almost like a daffodil, the inner petal. So you've got to really be clever. So I'm going to go down on my brush, and this one, because I use it so much, I obviously, you know that this is a Silly Farm brush. I haven't got the size of it. I think it's like I don't know, but it's a little small one, a little small angle brush. You can see the size of the angle there. Can you see that? Love these. These are Paint Power by Silly Farm, and I use them often, so I've even rubbed all of the writing off. But there you go. That's the size that you're looking for. So you want to reload your cake, reload your brush with your cake. And obviously it's not as big as the other brush I was using. So you want to be very clever in how you, how you pick up the colors. So maybe just go into the middle, up and down, up and down, whoop, up and down. Can you guys see? And as you've seen there, I've picked up a dark and the light, and we're going to use our special trick, which is what? Tip it in white paint. There we go. Now we've got 3 colours on there. How great is that? I'll just show you on my hand what it's going to look like. Ooh, actually made a boo-boo because I've done it the wrong way around. So let me quickly reload it. I must say that to you guys, make sure that the light colour is on the longer part of the brush. So I did it wrong there. I'm going to show you guys again. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Lighter colour on the longest part of the brush. Can you see? Yes. Now we're going to tip it in a little bit of white. Make sure your white is nice and creamy. That's a really good consistency to get. And I'll just show you on my hand. Can you see that, guys? Gorgeous. That's what you're looking for. All right, so now I'm going to go in. You might see that my one stroke has started to bleed a little bit where it's a little bit wet. Don't worry about that. We're going to go over it. So here, I'm going to place the bud right here. Okay. Whoop. And I'm going to close the bud. And then I'm going to do some swipes under, which is just some small little petals that enclose the bud. And they're almost like teardrops. So they go like this, guys. They sit here and then you swipe and go under. And you see, that's the type of shape that you're looking for that's going to go underneath your bud. And if you layer them in a nice organic way, you will create the type of shape that you're looking for. Okay, does that make sense? Hope it does. So let's finish up. I tend to like to wiggle my brush, and that creates a really organic shape to the rose. I'm also going to go over these little tulip shapes just to edge it a little bit. There we are. And then some of these little swiping teardrops there. That's kind of pretty. Bear in mind that I'm looking in the camera, guys, so it's a little bit back to front. Hope you like it. And I'm going to do the side as well. There we go. That's the basis of my rose. I'm going to come in a little bit so you guys can see. Let's bring that camera in there. Ooh, there we go. That's quite nice. I like that. Here we are. Okay, works for me. Quite like it. So, oh, sorry guys, camera's shaking a little bit. Yes. So what I'm going to do now is I've done the main part of the roses. Great tips. Hey, Garrett. Hey, Miss Eris. Hey, my darling. How are you? How are you, Miss Eris? Glitter Farms Customs out of Cali. You guys better get to know my sis. You know, she's doing great things. It's so pretty already. Oh, Kiana. Hello, babes. How are you? All my babes are online with me. I love it. Okay, calm down now. Let's move on because I'm going to change my brush. I'm going to use the angled brush from the Face Painting Shop. Again, another great brand, gorgeous brushes, the pink tips. You guys know them. They're famous. Face Painting Shop, Essex, Stanford, Lee Hope. Pick up your souls, guys. And I'm just going to use this green, and it's a really great green cake to create some roses. So remember, dark color on the short end of your brush, light color on the longest part of your free angled brush, or your angled brush, I should say. There you go. And you can also do the same tip with white on your leaves, because why not? You know, be adventurous. Why not? It creates a really great blend. Have a look. Look at that. Ooh, ooh. You love the pinks. Tarifa! Hey, all my girls are on the live tonight. Tarifa Johnson out of Texas. Love you, my sis. How are you? I'm going to do some leaves just on either side of the design. If you know my work, I like to kind of bring it all together so it flows beautifully. So here we go. We're going to do a leaf on this side. Okay, and we'll do a leaf on this side. Beautiful. And we'll do a leaf on this side also. The angle's a bit off. What's that? Okay, that's pretty, huh? Ooh, it's very loud. The window's open. It's a summer's night in London, so it's a bit warm. Sorry about that. I'm going to put one here as well, even though I can't see it. But let's see if I can do it in the... That's not going to work. Okay, I might have to call on my daughter to come and help me. But let's do this, and then we're going to move on to the teardrops. We're going to move on. I don't want to ruin it because I can't see the top part of my chin. But anywho, so let's move on to the actual teardrops. Now, as I've said to you guys, the smaller the brush, the more beautiful your teardrops are going to be, the more intricate your teardrops are going to be. So I tend to use really small brushes for my teardrops. So again, I have the size 1 King Art, the premium range there, radiant brush, and a size 2 Low Cornell, which is my favorite. And I really love these brushes. White paint, and I've created a really thick consistency to my paint, and I'm going to do some teardrops. Now, the flow of the design is very important. Often when I see junior painters or kind of newbie painters, the teardrops are going in all different directions, and you don't want that. You want it to flow and to complement the design. So follow the path of some of the art that you've already put down. So I'm going to start around this one and just bring my brush like that. Okay. Make them a gradient. So if you start a little bit lower and bring it in, can you see that? There we go. There we go. And just follow the flow of the design. There, that's quite pretty. Don't send your teardrops right and left and back and front. Make them complement your work. Help the design to be framed by your teardrops. You see? Help the design to be... Hello, Amanda. Help the design to be framed by your teardrops by making sure that you follow the flow of the design. Do not send them off into different directions, because I'm not saying it won't look nice, but it won't add to the flow. Okay, and what you want is flow. What white paint do you use? I use DFX, my favorite, and I'll just show you the consistency of the paint. Can you see how thick and goopy that is? It's not loose. There's not a lot of water in there, and I've worked it up into a nice creamy consistency. And that way, my teardrops are bright and they stand out vibrant against the colors that you put down. And I tend to use white all the time for my teardrops. Okay, I think I've answered that question. So I'm going to go here now. I'm going to do the bottom. Now you can make your teardrops as long or as short as you like, depending on the design. But I always start from big to small and carry them around from big to small. Here we are. We're going to do this one. Some people like to do swirls and things like that, which is fine. You can do that. 24. So let's do some down here as well. You can swirl around, almost like scrolling. Okay. Make sure that it complements the design. Don't, and any gaps that you have, you can fill them in with some dots as well. Okay, we're going to try some up here, but I'm struggling a little bit with this area because I can't see very well. Sorry, guys. Yeah. I hope you guys like it. Oh, so yeah, so that's that. We can do some more up here as well. Just make it pretty. I tend to not get too overly fussed about the design. I tend to let my brush flow when I'm working. What brush do you use for those lovely long teardrops? Ah, Amanda, good question. I have, where is it? Oh, so this is my ultimate favorite for these kind of almost scrolly style teardrops. That's a good question, Amanda. And it is one of the favorite brushes in my collection, and it is the liner brush from the face painting shop. Can you see how long that is? It's a little bit bent because it was in my case, but can you see how long? See that? And if you run that along, you can, lightly apply pressure, and that's going to create these long, beautiful, um, scrolly type teardrops, which I tend to use a lot. Oops, you guys can see that. I tend to use these a lot in my designs to create scrolls. You see that? Love this brush. Loads of other companies carry liner brushes. Make sure you get them in your kit, guys. Liner brushes are the truth. So let's do some of those there. And applying the pressure, you need to do it as lightly as possible so that the teardrops are smooth and they flow. Can you see that? It takes a little bit dexterity to use this, but you can do it. The size, she says, the size. Um, It doesn't have a size on it. It's just a liner brush. Yeah, just liners. I don't, they don't have size. It's just liners. Thank you, Andrea. So let's do some scrolling around here as well. Gosh, I hope I don't look like Popeye with this face I'm putting. No Popeye grimaces. Here we are. Okay. Let it be beautiful, guys. Don't be scared. Just let your brush flow and, just create that beauty. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Here we are. Actually, thank you for telling me about this because this is really like making it all come together. I really kind of want to do it. Can you put all brushes in the comments later, please? I sure will, Miss Tanya Simon Hall. Good evening, Tanya. Nice to see you, my sis. I will put all of the brushes and you guys can always, you can DM me on Instagram, Facebook. I answer your questions, guys. I like to share the info because I want us all to create beauty. Another thing that you can do with these beautiful liner brushes is these gorgeous starbursts. So they create really pretty starbursts. Can you see? All right, let's come in. I want you guys to see. Let's come in close. Ooh, let's go there. I'm going to come in a little bit. Yeek. Never get my, there we go. Justification. There. You see that? Small, dainty teardrops. If you wanted to do bigger, thicker teardrops, some people like that style, and that's absolutely fine. Move up on your brush. Yeah, get a bigger brush. This is a local nail 5. Can you see? I love the delicacy of the teardrops. I don't particularly like thick teardrops, but that's fine. Everybody has their own style, and we respect it. Um, you can finish off your design by doing some dots. Again, your dots need to follow the path of your teardrops. Don't put them in overly random places because it doesn't tend to bring the design together. And then to finish off something like this, I would use a really great glitter, but I would go for a contrasting color because I've used so much pinks and greens. I'd probably go for a gold with my glitter. So I'm going to add some. This is a really gorgeous one that I've got. I've had it for such a long time that I don't even remember where I got it from, so I can't even tell you, but it's like, I don't know if you guys can see. Ooh, ooh, this is nice. This is real nice, if I do say so myself. Guys, make sure you are following Living Artist Color on Instagram and on Facebook. This is day 2 of the Rose Challenge by NyGlorious. It's a rose with teardrops, and I think that this is really pretty. Hello, Brittany. Oh, my girls are online. Hi, Brittany. The right brush is so important. Beautiful, beautiful design. Absolutely. I think that when you guys are doing, you need to pick a brush that is comfortable for you to use, find your favorite, and continue to practice. When I first started face painting, I would sit in front of the TV, find my favorite movie to watch, and literally just paint teardrops on my leg time after time and roses on my leg time after time and just keep practicing until I got it right. What do you guys think? I like that glitter. Fantastic. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, babes. So yes, this is what I've come up with. It's so nice. So glad I caught this live. Cynthia, you found it. Yay. All the people that I told to make sure they tune in are here. So I appreciate you guys. Make sure if you have followed along and you painted with NyGlorious today, that you tag NyGlorious, you tag hashtag 10-day rose challenge, hashtag living artist color, post it on Instagram, post it on Facebook, post it on your stories, share your art. Don't be scared. We want to see everything that you've created today. And if you have been following the challenge from the day one, continue and you might win a prize. That is a glitter sticks from Andrea Moji and Mira from Amanda Crawford. There's 2 prizes. There we go. It's the international prize from Bling Mania Bling by Amanda Crawford. Look at those mirrors. I mean, take that on the job, honestly. Everyone's going to love it, and the amazing bling that she makes there. And the USA prize, we can say thank you to Andrea Mohe of Creative Faces Glitter Sticks. Talk to me nice. Do you like it, guys? I do. It's pretty. I think people will pay a pretty penny for this. That's me. I'm done. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the NyGlorious day 2 of the 10-day Rose Challenge. Please continue to join us and continue to practice. This is the only way you're going to get better, guys, is practice. And don't be scared to use different colors. Make sure you find the right brushes that you're comfortable with using, and don't stop practicing. There we go. Peace and love, peace and love. Make sure you follow me on Insta. And day 3 is with my, listen, this is my sis, Michelle Mackenzie Joseph out of Trinidad and Tobago. So she is going live. She is day 3 of the Rose Challenge, and the theme will be released. If you keep an eye on our social medias, you will find the theme of the Rose Challenge for day 3, and you can paint along. She will be going live on Facebook with Nola Creatives at 4 p.m. CST, Central Time. And if you have a look on our web page or our Instagram, you will see that she's actually created a whole block of time references. So no matter where you are in the world, you can find out. Thank you, Barbara. You can find out what time to tune in so you don't miss it. And Michelle's work is stunning. So make sure. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 10-day Rose Challenge, day 2. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.